everybody. Welcome to Dale on the Trail. My name is Dale. I'm here to announce my 2024 Appalachian Trail Tru Hike. I'll be hiking the 2,197 miles from Georgia to Maine. I'll be going northbound, starting at Springer Mountain at the end of February. Hopefully I'll get to Katahdin sometime late summer. I'm here to tell you a little bit more about me, and then we'll go over my big three. The big three consists of your backpack, your sleep system, and your tent. Those are usually your heaviest items on the trail that you're packing with you, and they're the most costly, generally speaking. But a little bit about me. Currently, I'm a law enforcement sergeant. I work in the investigations, so I'm detective sergeant. Been working in law enforcement for a little over 15 years. I was police canine doing explosive detection for many years prior to that. I've been wanting to hike the Appalachian Trail since I was a teenager, and it's either, planning how to do a thru hike is a huge time investment, money investment, and planning for the family. I've finally earned enough time at work that I can actually hike the trail and be paid full time just off of leave that I've earned. The past 2 years I've doubled up and earned a lot of time, and I'm able to do that. But it took a sacrifice that my family was willing to help me with, and that's how I'm able to hike the trail. Okay, now let's talk about my big three. So let's start out with my backpack. This is the Z-Packs Arc Haul 60 liters. So it's 60 liters combined with the mesh pouch and the inside. The reason why it's called the Arc Haul, it's a framed pack, but it's an ultralight pack, and it has an arc to it to keep the backpack off of your back to prevent sweating and chafing and that type of thing. I have it set up with two belt pouches, and then the Gossamer Gear phone case, and this is a Z-Packs sit pad that I'll use just to sit, take a break. And so this comes in at 20.9 ounces, and it is ultra light. It is super light, super durable. I love this pack. When you're wearing it, it doesn't feel like you have anything on. Part of that reason is these straps on the belt pouch. If you can tell, there are two straps here, so that tightens the angle of how your belt sits on your waist. If you have a little bit of extra weight on you, you tighten up the top strap, so that it kicks out the bottom strap and it hugs your hips, which is a great feature that a lot of packs miss on that. So this is the Z-Packs Arc Haul 60 liter ultralight backpack. Okay, let's talk about the sleep system. Your sleep system is comprised by your sleeping pad, your quilt or sleeping bag, and then a pillow. So first of all, I started out with a Thermarest sleeping pad. It has an R value of 9, which is about the highest you can get in an ultralight sleeping pad. Next, I coupled that with the Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. I chose the colors orange and blue for the Gators, go Gators. And then I have a Cedar Summit pillow, and they say that you pack your fears. So I packed for the cold weather. I'm starting out late February. We're going to get some cold nights in the Smokies. So I went with a Cedar Summit bag liner that will give me an extra about 10 to 15 degrees on my 10-degree quilt. So I went with a 10-degree quilt, 950 filled down. It has a collar. So as that cinches around your neck, it has a collar, a down collar to keep you nice and warm at night. I'm a Florida boy, so I need a little bit extra heat. Now, some say that this may be overkill, and I probably agree with that. And I do have a backup sleeping bag and air mattress, or sleeping pad that I can send home and change out once I get past the Smokies. Now, I may not need to, depending on what the weather is. We can't really predict that, so we'll play that by ear. But it's all ready to go, so all I have to do is send home and have it delivered wherever I'm at on trail. Let's talk about my tent. I love this tent. This is the Duplex L by Z-Packs. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2", 2.5", and I needed a bigger tent. So I went with the Duplex L. This tent, it uses trekking poles. That's how it cuts so much weight. It uses trekking poles as the poles. And as you can see, it's got a generous bathtub floor. Let's take a closer look. Okay, here's the tent as it stands. I've put my sleep system and my backpack inside the tent so that you can kind of get a feel of how much room is inside the single person. It calls for a double person tent, but for me, as a guy my size, we're going to keep it as a single person tent. So this is the tent. The tent stays open with these toggles, and then it basically has the mesh screen for zipper closure. It has a generous bathtub floor to keep out any water. It is a single wall tent, so there is a chance of some condensation at night. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue later on, but if it does, I'll have a tent towel to kind of wipe that down as we go. The tent uses 8 stakes to stake it out, and you want to keep this tent as taut as you can. Let's take a look at the inside of the tent. As you can see, the inside of the tent is generous and roomy. I'll take you inside the tent and show you how much room is inside the tent. It's got plenty of room, plenty of ventilation on the warm nights, and yeah, I'm super excited about going on the trail and taking you guys along with me. You know, one of the things that gets me so passionate about the Appalachian Trail is while you're hiking, it's not a straight line. There's lots of curves, and you can never see longer than, a couple hundred yards ahead of you. And one of the things I'm passionate about is as you're getting to the curve is just what's around the bend. So that's what I'm going to go find. I'm going to go find what's around the bend. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys can subscribe and join. Shakedown hike. I'm in New Hampshire, just outside of Lincoln. I'm hiking the approach to the Franconia Notch area, the Franconia Ridge. It is November, early morning, and just something about being on trail. Well, I'll see you down the road. Okay, we're still on the approach trail. It's a chilly 43 degrees, which is perfect for hiking, perfect for me. I like the little cooler weather. It is middle of October, so the leaves are falling. Some of them have already fallen, as clearly seen on the trail. they hide some, the leaves on the trail hide some roots and rocks and stuff like that, so you have to be extra careful. And then a little mud here and there, so it can be a little slick. Hopefully I'm not too shaky for you guys. Don't know if this is considered a water crossing, but I'm going to take it. All right, everybody, we've made it to the Appalachian Trail. From here on out, I'll be hiking towards the Franconia Ridge. Wish me. Feels surreal. Florida boy in New Hampshire. I just realized Dale is actually on the trail. Ooh, look at that one. If I can stop stumbling. That's the trail. A neat part of the trail. A lot of rocks, but they're spaced out. You know, there's something comforting about these white blazes that we'll be following for a very long ways. They're wayfinders. They let you know that you're on the right track, that you haven't deviated from the path, even if this area right here is very well defined by these stone steps. Thank you, trail maintainers. A water crossing. Sometimes it helps to have long legs. Oh, look at that trail. Look at that trail. Oh, 3 miles in. One last white blaze, and time to head back. This has been a great hike. The Z-Pack's backpack has worked great. I can barely feel it on my shoulders, and I packed it a decent amount, probably about 3/4 of what my pack weight would actually be, and lots and lots of fun. This is the trail. And we're heading back. All right, come hike with me. This trail just keeps getting better and better. Trying to see which video mode works better. This is just a regular video. The last one was cinematic mode. So you tell me which one's less shaky or bouncy. A water crossing. Okay, I hope you liked that little bit of a shakedown hike in the New Hampshire woods on the Appalachian Trail that was filmed in October. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. Welcome to Dale on the Trail. I hope you subscribe and follow with me as I hike from Georgia to Maine along the Appalachian Trail. Please consider subscribing and throw me a like and a comment. I'm going to need all the encouragement and all the comments that I can get so we can be interactive with this hiking along the trail. I'm looking to put out a video every day or every couple of days along the trail. So follow along as I hike the Appalachian Trail.